Don Johnson.
Yeah, I remember. I remember
From
that.
Miami Vice, Don Johnson.
Yeah, Miami Vice, Don Johnson.
Yeah, he was like 16 or 17 when he made that.
Yeah.
And it was him and his dog. And a girl got in the way of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You have to watch it.
No, I've seen it. It's one of those movies that they just don't show a whole lot, you know. But I've seen it. There's another one dealing with the end of the road, like what Warren was talking about with Viggo Mortensen, and I believe it's called The Road.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah,
based on a book.
Yeah. Cormac McCarthy's book, I believe.
Denzel Washington's film, Eli, Book of Eli, that's a great end of the world film.
There is another
intense.
one.
That's
There's another one with Garrett Morris called The Stuff.
Garrett Morris, really?
I remember the name of it, but
that you have to see.
Smile, I don't think at the end of the world.
Huh. So what do you got, Ty? So what do you got, Ty? 5 movies that you love.
Your top 5.
Your top 5.
Man, I know Casino is one of them. Because I can always watch Casino.
Mm-hmm.
Platoon is probably one because I got to pick a warm or Full Metal Jacket. That's back and forth.
That's a good one. That is
because you can watch, any of them, anytime. I know this is a weird one, but every time it comes on, I'm just like, man, this is a cool movie. Fucking the old like Ben-Hur, Spartacus, those movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then one by Tennessee Williams with Marlon Brando, who's actually my favorite actor, A Streetcar Named Desire. Okay. Just because of how it was
that's
written.
another good one, yeah. And,
I'm more I lean more towards older movies just because they actually had to act and there was no special effects covering up their mistakes. But like I think newer age movies like New Jack City still I can watch that anytime. There's a lot of good ones. Yeah, New Jack City.
Great soundtrack.
Cooley High was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Reservoir Dogs.
Here's a little bit of trivia for you, Ty. The movie Cooley High, there was a TV show that was based off of that. Do you know what it? Do you remember what it was?
21 Jump Street.
Welcome Back, Carter.
No, there was a comedy called What's Happening.
Oh,
What's Happening? Oh, yeah.
Three black
Shirley
teenagers in Watts with Mabel King.
Yeah, Rerun.
Yeah, and Rerun. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch that. There was a block of TV I used to constantly watch. It was like the Nick at Night stuff with like Dobie Gillis and all that stuff. The Dick Van Dyke Show, Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days, and that like What's Happening that came on in the afternoon. Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons, like when TV was actually TV.
Right.
Yeah.
And All in the Family. That was a great one.
No,
they couldn't make that today, though.
One of the best, for sure. So, Robin.
Yes, sir.
Putting you on the spot.
Well, I got my list.
5 movies.
Okay, so I'll do the number 1 last, but the top 4 before number 1, in no particular order, is Remember the Titans, Charlotte's Web, Pulp Fiction, and The Hurt Locker. I love all of those movies and have seen them all a number of times. And my favorite is The Last of the Mohicans, and I've seen that one a gazillion times. That one is just like, you have romance, you have violence, you have action, and it's just like these men are just real men. They're not like little pussified guys. Oh yeah, there you go.
Nice.
That's
about you,
like
Chloe?
that was such a variance from Charlotte's Web to Pulp Fiction,
Yeah, I know.
and they're both
Yeah, we know you like The Hurt Locker because it was the first female director to get an Oscar. We know you didn't
Oh,
care. You didn't
actually-
give a shit about the movie. You were just supporting your girls
Oh no, you
getting
know what?
Oscars.
Corey knows how much I
Girl
love The Hurt
power.
Locker, and we have seen it. And he's like, every time I say, "Hey, let's watch The Hurt Locker," he's like, "No, you can watch that yourself." I love that movie.
Having spent more than enough time in the Middle East, probably about 3 years of my life all total, it's like a lot of times I'm just not interested in seeing all that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. So I'll give you guys mine. I'm an old movie guy, but if I had to narrow it down to 5, it's no particular order. Apocalypse Now, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Forrest Gump, the original Manchurian Candidate, and then my all-time favorite movie is LA Confidential.
That was a good movie.
That one
Nice.
was a good movie. Yeah.
Was the original with Frank Sinatra the
Yes.
Manchurian Candidate?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that one.
Oh, by the way, what would be all of you's favorite trashy Halloween movies?
Ooh, nice. Good one. Trashy Halloween, like scary movies.
Scary movies, but you
Just
know,
ridiculous.
cheesy. Yeah.
Cheesy.
Oh.
Okay. I can throw out a few because I like those cheesy 70s movies. So I'll give you one with Karen Black called Trilogy of Terror.
Yeah.
With some little like African doll that comes to life that's running around chasing her with a knife in her apartment. It's freaking hilarious.
That was a great movie. That was on like a, like an ABC Saturday night movie or something.
Exactly.
I remember the song that went on, came on when you were a little kid, that little doll with the knife and the necklace, right? Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
that's exactly
Yeah.
it.
I
Another
remember.
one, and since Warren, you'll probably get this one too. You guys have probably seen it. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark.
Yeah.
With
Mhm.
God, I forget the gal's name. Dark hair, and it was people living in her basement. Scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. But
What about remember one Burnt Offerings?
oh yeah,
That was one of those cheesy C-level kind of movies, right?
yeah, but scary though when you're a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
Man, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah. Yeah. Our artistic director was a production assistant in that one.
Really?
Osa.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I got that
Man.
one on video too.
Nice.
I would say like a House of a Thousand Corpses, because there's a lot of cheesy in that, but it's just because it's so just over the top and so like cliche,
Mhm.
like
What
the
ab-
teenagers all drunk, they all like stumble onto this horrible place that any normal human being wouldn't go to. Like that's always the premise, right? So
Get out of there.
yeah, right. There-
What
there's
about
like-
there was a movie that was about a possessed car called Christine, which I thought
Yes.
Yeah.
was
That was actually one of the better ones. That was a good movie in
Yeah.
its own way.
but it just goes to show you that if you really focus on suspense,
Yeah.
you can make a scary movie without any blood and without any monsters, without anything. It's basically a car,
Yeah.
that just popped up everywhere in the woods and
Yeah.
revved its engine,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, I thought that was I thought that was a good textbook approach to, like real thriller, real suspense, like real, it's like, oh shit, the car's gonna do what? What's the car gonna do to you, man? Like, what's it gonna do to you?
Yeah.
But it revved its engine. I know, but like, what's it gonna do really? Like, come on, man. Like, it's a car, Yeah, but it flashed its headlights, yo. Like, yeah, but it flashed. You know what I mean? Like on one side, I was like, man, I saw that actually in the theater, and I was on the edge of my seat wondering, oh shit, man, am I gonna die from this car? And at the end, it was like, it didn't really, it was all that fear buildup, and that was the scare. The scare was the whole buildup, but there was no real payoff of blood, gore, slaughter, death, or decapitation, or anything. So you almost felt let down a little bit because like the car didn't really do anything to you.
Yeah, that's very Hitchcockian though. Like, he used to have this saying, like, the most terrifying thing isn't a bomb going off. It's someone telling you there's a bomb in the room and 30 seconds is going to blow. That's way more suspenseful. You know what I mean? So like, people are building movies off that premise. But you forgot Tales from the Hood and Leprechaun.
Oh yeah, Tales from the Hood.
And Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah.
There's like 5 of those.
But Alfred Hitchcock's The Bird too. That scared me.
I love that movie.
The Birds, that's a classic. That's
when I watched.
That's about as good as it gets.
It took me
just birds.
It took me a second to leave the house to go to school the next day because I was like, man, there's birds out there, yo. Like, you better get your ass to school. Just birds. You know what I mean?
It's funny the things that scared you when you were young. Like, I built up this movie for Robin called Race with the Devil, and it scared. I saw it as a kid, and it scared the hell out of me with Peter Fonda. It was this group of campers, and they were being chased by these devil worshippers, and just the car chases and everything. Like, as a kid, I was on the edge of my seat. I mean, watching it now, it's no big deal. When they have the blood and it's ketchup, you're kind of like, oh, okay.
It's terrible. It was like an hour and a half of my life that I will never get back.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay, so can you guys see what I see on my screen? I did a screen share of my desktop, and I put my my goggles. So can you see me scrolling on my website?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You got the
Peter,
web down in the corner. You're scrolling on the website. Then you got Penalty Game and Penalty Podcast and officially quarantined with just the top of Amanda's head and a couple of hands.
Okay, so let's see. So if you could see what I'm seeing, let me plug in here. I type slow in this thing. Okay, so this VR world is like so amazing. I want to do live shows in here in virtual comedy clubs. And so I went into some of these virtual events, and there was like 100 people, dude. There was 100 avatars walking around, all real people with headphones on, talking to each other in real time.
Yeah.
And I met all kinds of cool people. And I was like, listen, I want to do a comedy club in here. They're like, oh, there's people doing comedy clubs in here all the time. And you go in and people sit down and there's comedians like telling jokes, or there's performances or whatever. And people are doing their podcast in front of a live audience, kind of like how I used to do at the John Lovitz Podcast Theater, where I would have, like 200 people pay $20 a ticket to come in and sit down and watch me sit there and do a podcast with my friends.
Mm.
And that was so much fun. I was just about to get back to that with the Arc Theater when the COVID thing hit, so it kind of killed that. But
what COVID? That's a hoax.
Yeah.
But I was
No.
like, I found this virtual like event rooms, and I want to go in. I want to do like some virtual comedy clubs with like real people, and but I also want to do our show. I want to take our podcast and put our podcast in there as well. So can you guys? You can see my screen. You can see what I see, right?
Everything, yeah.
Okay, so like if I go into here,
You got 2 monitors.
okay, so let's see if I can pull this up. Like, where is it? Sometimes it pops up behind me and I can't.
Do you have 3 monitors?
Yeah, well, no,
Oh, wow. Oh,
no, I don't have 3 monitors. I'm inside a virtual set, and
Oh.
these are the browsers I have open right now.
That's like inside the thing on your eyes. Is that what?
That is
Yeah,
correct.
it's
That is correct. I have a pair of head goggles on. I have the Oculus Quest 2 head goggles on. And
Dude, that might be the future of entertainment right there.
well,
Never
no,
even thought of it from that angle.
it is the future of entertainment because
Like
this
that,
is,
you got 10 million people at a concert.
I could have 100 million people watching my show right now if they
Yeah.
all have headsets, and I just give them the link to see what I see, and they
Yeah.
can hear me, and I could be playing my music, and I could be doing my jokes, and they get everything.
Can you turn on your camera so we can see what they look like?
Yeah, stand by.
Okay.
Let me get out of this for 1 sec.
Can you send me a link to my email, Steven? I'm just on my phone and I can't really get any real information out of the thing.
Okay,
Very
hold on.
cool.
Hold on 1 second. Actually, Corey, can you send Warren the link to his email?
Yeah. I got a join meeting up. If you got the ID, like actually the ID was on. I just tried to get in from the text that Jack sent me.
Yeah, Corey, if you
Me-
could,
If I go into the meeting,
he's going to send it to you on chat. He's going to send it to you on chat, and then from there you can paste it into the,
All right.
or send him the email.
I'm gonna try to do it. I'm Zoom challenged, so
It says
Herb,
meeting.
Herb,
Okay,
can you do it?
Stand by. I'll do it real
Oh.
quick here. I'll do it real quick. So it's going to be an email. And let this pop up 1 second here real quick. And it's War and Blues
Yeah.
at outlook.com.
Like the password and the meeting number. Now it says, please wait.
Oh,
The
there
host-
you are. There you are. I see
Okay.
it.
Oh, all right. I can see everybody. Hi, everyone.
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, what's happening?
Let's see. All right.
Okay, so let me
Stephen, will you send it to all of us?
I don't see me and my camera. Still, maybe because I'm still on my phone.
okay, so my camera's still on, right? You can see me?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can see you with your
With my Oculus
with-
goggles on?
with the VR goggles, and so
Okay. So you see my little controllers right here?
Yes.
All right. So this is my left hand, my right hand. And if you look on my little screen there, you can see my little dots. This is Lana Turner. She's the widow of Ralphie May, where she's one of my best friends. Okay. So let me just walk you through
Alexa, quiet.
what I got going here. All right, so I can't go into this chat room, otherwise it will kill the feed that I got going, because they don't want you to record what people are doing in there. So that automatically turns off. I don't know if can you see my menu in front of me?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool.
So right here in Alt Space VR, that's where all the events are, and people can set up live shows, and people set up like conferences and conventions and meetings, and they even do like speed dating in here.
Oh my
And you
goodness.
go in there and you can, like, you have a minute to talk with each person, and then you move to the next person. It's pretty cool. And then I've got like my ESPN, I got my Netflix, so I can watch like full on movies in here. There's Quill Theaters, there's all kinds, there's my YouTube, there's all
So
this
now
stuff.
with that movie thing, like, so could you put on a movie in Netflix and then have like a virtual room of people watching it with you?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
cool.
I could.
That's very cool.
Like there's cinemas that you pay to watch the movie as if you were going to a cinema, and then you go in there and there's a bunch of people in there that are all paid to watch the movie. So we could go on a virtual date, and it's like, I pay for 2 tickets and then give her the code, and she goes, punches the code in, and then we can sit and watch a movie together. The Netflix is just my account, just me. And I'm not sure, because I just got on this, whether I can have someone come and watch it with me. But let's let it load in. Okay, so can you see my lounge?
It's just black.
It's just black.
Square. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a black square.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what they did was they blocked it so that you can't cast it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna quit that. Okay, so, and I'm back to my websites, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so anything that has a proprietary copyright on it, they've put a block on the cast. So the answer to your question is no, I cannot share that with anybody else, because that's my own personal Netflix account, and they don't want me to recast it. That's called recasting,
Okay.
and that is a copyright infringement.
Got it.
Send invites out to people, and you could do a show, right? And people would buy into the show from
Yeah, but
from the
everyone would
comfort of
have
their living room.
to have the Oculus Quest headsets to get it, though.
Mm.
Oh,
So I mean, there's ways I can do live streams, and I can do paid tickets and all that stuff outside of this. I've already set that up. So as a matter of fact, if we go to my website, I can even show some of that.
so from right
So-
there, you could like go to YouTube and search a concert, right? You could go.
I
right
totally
in.
could. Yeah, this is YouTube
Watch
right
anything.
here. This is YouTube. I'm watching a tutorial.
Apply here, as you can see, it's blue. Let's go back
On how to decorate a tree?
Command S.
This is how to build a 360 environment for yourself. Build your own room.
Make them smaller,
Cool.
adjust how we want. And there's one layer
Okay,
missing,
so
the front one. It's already there.
let's say I
Then
want
at
to.
the top, because the trees are covering it. So whatever I put, it's gonna be behind it. So as you can see. Let's just put it here.
Okay, can you still see that?
Yes.
Okay, so I just typed in concerts. So let's see what Adele's doing. All right, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
But you can't hear it.
We can.
Yeah, you can.
You can hear it?
Uh-huh.
Did you make that so that accumulates the entire peripheral? Right.
So now this is a huge screen in my head right now. It's like, So yes, so anything that's on YouTube will recast on my computer or my phone or my laptop. And let me just get out of this. How do I get out of this real quick here? Okay. And get back to me browsers. Oh, here we go. I got to do that. All right. So yeah, now I'm back. So that was Adele. This is my penalty game website right here. And this is the Pod Brother Nation. This is my website. So I have my Nordic Track commercial.
Was so far gone. I thought I could never dive again. The arm strength, the leg strength. I couldn't even walk up the ladder. And then the incline trainer falls in my lap. There's some kind of cool shock absorber system that takes a lot of the impact out of your stride.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, get it. Finish this.
I lost 37.1 pounds.
I'll put them all back.
Hey, good job, man.
I put the COVID 45 back on.
That's cool.
I had a little something.
4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, you can do this. Everything you got. Let's go, let's go. And it doesn't stop here. Push with me now. And what a beautiful way to live your life.
When you think you've lost something that you love, and now you're able to do it, it sheds a whole new light on your life.
I'm a celebrity.
Nice.
That's good.
When did you do that?
I did this like 3
This
years.
level was so far gone. I thought I could never.
I did this like 3 years ago.
Nice.
This is my Nordic Track commercial. So I was 58. So I'm 61 now. So 3 years ago.
Okay.
And these are some of the celebrities I worked with over my career that I want to invite back onto my podcast. I got Roger Clemens, Dave Chappelle, Mr. T, Wayne Brady, Morris Day in the Times. Wah, wah. Walk, walk, do the bird. So yeah, this is my. Oh, you guys haven't seen this. This is my set at Caroline's in New York back in the early 2000s. This was just before 9/11. Was this set here?
Here, ladies and gentlemen. And it's out of Brooklyn, New York. Put your hands together, my pal Steve Kimbrough. Give him a nice big hand, Steve Kimbrough.
Woo, and the crowd goes wild.
Show your love for Eddie Brill up here kicking it all night long.
I'm wiping the Corona off the mic, even back then. Don't want to take no chances.
Eddie's funny. Give it one more time for Eddie Brill, man. Eddie. We go way back. Oh man, beautiful crowd, man. You guys, thanks for showing me that love, man. Because I was nervous, because I feel like the only. I feel like the only Cocoa Puff in the box of Krispies, man. Thanks for making me feel at home, man. This kind of reminds me of my home, really. I got lights hanging out the ceiling, checkerboard over the bed. Bunch of white people looking scared, just like the crib. Oh man, I am. I'm the director of entertainment for the Liberty One. I don't know if you heard about that. It's that gaming ship out of Brooklyn. You heard that ship, you know, is in Sheepshead Bay, man. It's a wild gig, man, because people come on. First of all, the mayor shook us down because he wanted to make sure that everybody involved with the ship wasn't involved with the family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm so sure a brother's gonna be director of entertainment if it's the family's involved, right? Oh yeah, that should have been a dead giveaway. Let me see, is Mafia involved? Oh, wait a minute, is that the brother booking it? No, it's cool. Oh, but all kind of questions. You know. So where's the bowling alley? We're on a ship, Sparky. Like the pins are gonna stay still. Hold still. Damn, another gutter. But I like this stuff, man. I love this comedy gig. This comedy gig is a lot of fun. It gives me a chance to travel all over the place. And I love to drive because I got this brand new car, man. This black Mazda RX-7 convertible. This thing is sweet. It is, man. It's black tires, black paint, black canvas, convertible top, man. It got the black leather dash and the black speakers and the headrest. I mean, listen to
I get it, Corey.
black CD, flying down the highway, black parade, black pants, black shirt, champion. I'm sorry, Pops. It's more like feeling. Dad's in the back missing this guy's face, man. He's great. He's like, what's with the boom boom there? I'm always teasing you, man. He's looking at me like, I'm following you home tonight. He's got that serial killer look on his face. Eddie, help me, man. No. You're I love this car, though, man. This car is cool. I get pulled over a lot, though, in this car, man. I'm telling you, I get pulled over a lot. You can't be a brother drive a convertible and not get pulled over. And every comic has a state trooper story. I got to tell you about mine. But first of all, since, you know, I'm on the cruise ships and stuff, I need to find out if anybody has been over cruise before. Has anybody been over cruise? Really? Right here? What ship were you on, man? She don't remember. She had a lot of fun. She explains the porthole pad on her back. What ship you on? I don't know, but don't stop, honey. She signed up for the indoor cross-country ski lessons. Hey, that's it now. Work it. What do you mean we got to get off? We just got on. So you can back me up on this, man. When you're on a cruise ship, you know, it takes you a couple days to get your sea legs, a couple days, right? You know. And when you first get on, you're walking down there like you got a load in your pants. You're not real comfortable. But after you're on a while, you get your sea legs, you get a hurricane, you know, ship, you be walking. No problem. But when you get off, you're on dry land, you still got your sea legs, man. Your hair's kind of woozy. You're walking around like Bambi on ice. True story, right? I was running late, and a friend of mine asked me if I could pick her up at the airport, and I said, no problem. And I was in my car, man. Boom, had the tops down, and on the way there, you know, I was thinking, I'm like, I hope she calls me if I'm late, because I have the cellular phone in my car. But it didn't matter, because I'm driving, had the CD kicking, the tops down, the beret on, nice day, flying out the black top, a little late. Jam, feelings. And I get pulled over by this state trooper, man. Now, he had an attitude. This dude made me nervous, man. I'm telling you. Let me tell you about this. We'll give it up for the state troopers in the house tonight. Doing such a good job. State troopers in the Let me tell you about this asshole, right? State troopers. First of all, I'm driving, man. I get pulled over. He comes up to my car, and I'm a little nervous, right? Because I have all the papers, license, insurance, all this stuff. You know, turn the music down. You know, I'm waiting for me. I look in my rearview mirror. I see him get out of his car. He unfolds out of his car. He's like 6'10". He's like walking like the Terminator. I am going to kill you. He walks up to my car. He got billy club, handcuff, gun, rope. He walks up to my car. He's like, I'm like the top down knucklehead. What do you want? Hello. And he's just getting ready to ask me that question. You know, the question they always ask you, right? But it was great. My cellular phone rang right when he's getting ready to ask me. Talk about perfect timing. He was like, yeah, you know what? just a minute. Yeah, how you doing? Oh yeah, baby, I'm running a little late. Oh, why? Oh, some knucklehead pulled me over.
You got one of those in each hand. Are those your controllers that I see in the screen right there?
Yeah, one's for the left hand, one's for right hand. It allows you to grab stuff and throw things and catch things and play games, and I can move things around. It's pretty cool.
And what about the headset? What's the headset called again? What did you say?
This is the Oculus. This is the Oculus Quest 2, and it's a VR headset, virtual reality headset. So it allows me to do like really cool stuff.
That's like the middle of the road version, the top of the line version.
No, this is the top of the line.
It's the top, yeah.
Yeah, I got 64 gigs. This headset costs $300, but the one that has 264 gigs, I think, is $400.
Yeah, ain't bad at
But
all.
yeah, but I don't really need that much. I can make do with this. But this is really cool because this kind of shows you how to learn your hand, your controllers.
Sure.
So you got your triggers here, and you got your triggers here, and then you've got buttons on the inside. And
Must be killer.
This
for
video-
gaming in there. That gaming must be a monster.
this video is I can't see I don't need this. So by the way, the views is 360. So now I'll be able to like learn how the hand controls work. Slide this over here a little bit so you can hear me. So I got this little table going.
Welcome to Oculus. After this tutorial, you'll be ready to explore.
So you can
Oh,
see
that's
my
so
headset.
cool.
You can see my hands, right?
Yeah.
It's time to learn about your Oculus Touch controllers. Now, try pressing all of the glowing buttons with your thumbs.
Gotta find them.
Try moving the thumbsticks around. The thumbsticks can also be pressed like buttons. Next, use your index fingers to squeeze the triggers on your controllers. Locate the grip buttons and squeeze them with your middle fingers. Now let's see what your virtual hands can do.
So now I got my virtual hands.
To make a fist,
Wow.
squeeze the grip with your middle finger and hold it down. To point, keep squeezing the grip and just lift your index finger. Now use your index finger to push the button in front of you.
This if this catches on and the price drops, this is going to be just like that movie Ready Player One, where people don't even want to live in real life
Yeah.
anymore. They just
Yeah.
do everything
Yeah.
through the game.
My table's like lower. The table is like right and around. I can't get to it. Oh, there we go.
To pick up an object, squeeze and hold the grip button with your middle finger. Try reaching out and grabbing one of these blocks. Release the grip button to drop it. Your virtual hands can do just about anything. Go ahead, play with some of these items.
So you guys are seeing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet surgeons can do heart surgery
They do.
from this kind of thing,
Yeah.
Wheel a guy
got
in and
this.
have him perfectly on a table in a graph that's already matched up, And then here's this guy on an airplane flying back from China or something, doing heart surgery on you.
Takes a little getting used to in the beginning, but once you get it, stuff on my desk. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh well.
What about right now? Your hands are actually touching something, or just holding those paddles, right?
Oh. I got like all this stuff that's on my desk is in the way of me picking things up
Oh,
because I made
that thing's bigger than your desk.
well, I'm this desk here is actually lower than my actual desk. So when I go to
Oh.
pick something up, my desk gets in it. You see how my hand stop?
Oh yeah, you're hitting the desk. Yeah.
Hitting the desk because I need to be able to get a little bit
You gotta
lower
stand up.
too. And I make a fist, I can like do this, do that, grab this rocket, grab this tag, pull it. I don't know if I stand up, if that makes a difference. Let's see. Still just oh, there we go. Okay, so now I can control this little blimp here. This is good training for my remote control for my drone because I can fly it, get used to the directions.
So could you just make content specifically for the VR crowd?
Yes, I can.
I mean, like, the animation stuff we were working on with Haley?
Yeah.
So, like, if you made something like that, like an animation, you would have to send the link to people. And let's say they had it and then they paid $5 to see it. Then you send them a link and they all could see it.
That is correct.
And they'd all be interactive, and it'll be just like being there, right?
Well, if they all had headsets, they could interact. I could create a game or an environment or a movie. Like what I want to do is I want to create a movie in this, and then when people log on, they're part of the story. And then as the story unfolds, like they're all in it, they're all part of it. Oh man, it's kind of hard to get to. There we go. I'm tangled here somehow.
Awesome.
So that's how that works.
It's good stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then I come out of that.
When you're ready to explore another virtual world, insert the cartridge.
Can't get to it. It's okay. I can escape here.
Hey, guys, I have to run. I've got to prepare some stuff with Jack.
See you,
Okay.
Corey.
So
All right, Corey. See ya.
take care, everybody,
Okay.
You too,
See
bud.
you, bud.
Bye, and be careful.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's so to answer your question, Ty, let me show you oh, that's Carl. I'll get back to him in a minute. Okay, let's see, where is that stuff? I think it's in here. This. Okay, this. Okay, this was pretty cool. This is Flyover.
This is from your drone?
So there's, excuse me, okay, where am I here? I think it's this one. Okay, so here is where people actually like, they write their own scripts, they draw their own sets, and they create their own characters.
Wow.
So this is what I'm learning right now. Okay, so this is like all 3D. Now we can create a complete world where the story is this world. So we're literally in the middle of it. So we can, we can literally like go into, oh, you see I'm in my theater?
Yeah.
Can you see like it's all grayed out? I'm not sure how that even works. But if I go outside my zone, then I can see like the room. When I come back in my zone, then I'm back in reality. Okay, so I have this like little virtual clipboard that I can pull myself in from different perspectives of this 3D. And then this is kind of like me floating around it. This is another view of it. You're kind of at a distance.
So you create the environment, you create the characters,
You create everything.
create the storyboard, you create everything.
Everything you see here, you can create, and you can create the characters and all the voiceovers. You can hire voiceover actors, or you can do your own voiceovers. But you literally could do a 2-hour movie creating all of your own environments and all of your own characters.
Wow. Do you know anybody who does that at a professional level?
Yeah, everybody in here. That's who I'm meeting right now. So whenever I
yeah?
go into these rooms, I meet people like, like I create the background for virtual reality, or I create characters, or I create all the motion or special effects, or so I don't like. So it's like different perspectives. And you see how like I can get in there and just kind of like, I literally could walk around this whole thing and see it front to back. I could walk around here, I could walk around there, and it's all like 3D. So I'm interacting with this whole 3D thing right now. And then there's different perspectives. That's that. So now I'm way back.
Wow.
So like I'm in back of the room. So, you know, you cut back and forth between like different perspectives. And then you got another scene. So vampire in the sun. So this is like I'm literally like right in the middle of this scene right now.
Wow.
She's the vampire, looks like. And then that's her victim. I'm literally like in the movie. So
Wow.
if all these people were talking and moving around and acting, I'd be like in the scene.
So do you have a character that's you in there? Can you insert yourself as a character?
Yeah, I can. So my avatar looks like this. So when people see me,
That's what they
Pod
say.
Brother, they see the Pod Brother Nation, and then this is the dude they see. Like the face that they gave me, hold on. Here. You know, I kind of constructed this face to be as close to me as I possibly could.
Uh-huh.
They didn't have just the soul patch, which is what I don't have a mustache.
Right.
But the closest thing to a soul patch came with this mustache. So.
Wow. So I have I filmed like a 40-minute film that went with my music, right? So it would be like 6 or 7 songs that tells a story of this kid that's, you know, growing up in New York, suffering through drug addiction. But in general, the long part of the story is really going to take this kid from the time he's 17, 18 years old to the time he's 75 years old, all through my music, right? That's the idea. So I had, you know, we had filmed a bunch of stuff and I played it out. You know, I played it at the Highline Ballroom in Midtown a couple of years ago with the movie screen behind me and the whole movie playing out. But that's a little hard to continue on filming and find the people in the current environment, right? But this would be perfect. This would be perfect.
Yeah, no, this is like some really cool stuff here. You can, you know, I mean, you can hire someone to like create this stuff for you. Like if you had a script that followed your movie, and then you know you got a team that could build all the backdrops and all the characters. Follow your script, and then you would insert your music into the story. So, you know, you're basically kind of watching this whole story unfold. And as it goes around behind you, you're following people. If they go up, you're following, and you saw that aerial. So you could even be like, you know, 2,000 feet up and look below you. And it's just, you know, the ground 2,000 feet below you. So if your storyline, whatever your storyline calls for, you can create in a virtual reality because like there are no limits.
Wow.
There are no limits here. And
so as you go through this and you find good people, hook me up. Keep that in mind. That's what I'm looking for.
I will.
I would move forward. I would hire people at a professional level to help me develop characters and develop environments and develop the story. I would pay people to do that.
Yeah, that's why I got into this world, because it's untapped and nobody's really taking advantage of it like they should. And you know, so I mean, this is one of the reasons why I got into that. I've been wanting to get into this world for about 10 years, but I've been waiting for everything, the technology to get better and the resolution to get better and the latency to get faster. When this first came out, you got epileptic seizure because it strobed, like the resolution was so slow and everything, it was very choppy and you got sick. But now there's no latency. The resolution is clean and clear. It's fast.
Just like real.
It's just like real. And, so now it's good. Now we're ready to actually plug stories into here.
Wow.
So, I mean, this is like so cool. So whenever I go into these virtual rooms, I'm meeting these different animators and set designers and programmers and all the virtual people who create the stuff from the beginning. I'm meeting these people every day. So when I go on, let me just get out of here for 1 second. There's this thing called where is it? See if I can find it. No, it's not in there. Okay, like here. All right. These people, all real. They all have headsets. So they're like designers and creators of like virtual, like whatever. So,
And if you went into the room as your avatar, you could talk to that guy and
If
talk
I
about
could-
real business, right?
I
Talk
could.
about-
This is a real person who is a real VR designer who creates, like, if you want backgrounds or like certain people specialize in certain things. Certain people specialize in like creating this,
Right.
like space set. Like this is my virtual living room.
Yeah.
So like, so
People,
if you're
there's
if-
people that specialize in like making environments, and there's people that specialize in
Environments,
making
yeah.
cars and vehicles. I'm
Correct,
sure, right?
correct.
There's people that specialize in making buildings and all
Right.
kinds of different things. It's-
Right. So what you do is you you have your script, your story first. So you have your story revolved around your music. So you have a linear story and your music seams all that together. And then we create a script that that we have an actual like script linear story. The script needs to be a screenplay because this is a visual format. So the script needs to be in a screenplay paradigm because we're actually showing action and movement in this whole thing. So, so like, God, I can't seem to find, like, where is this?
Hey, Herb, Kimbrough, Warren, I got to take off, guys.
See you, Ty.
Okay. See you, Ty.
All right. See you, Kimbrough. See you, Warren.
Thank
See
you.
you, Herb.
I'll
Have a
see
good
you
night,
then.
guys.
All
Okay,
right.
well.
Thanks,
Good night.
guys. All right. See you. Where is, maybe it was in, I thought it was in here. Maybe it's in here. But we can break some rules in composition because we're working in virtual reality. We don't have to follow the rules of like the real world. Yeah, no, it's not in here. With this, I might not be available. Let's see, maybe it's in here. No, it won't let me cast.
Yeah.
All right, it won't let me get access to it because anytime you're dealing with real people, they won't let you recast it so that you can see it because intellectual property, privacy.
Yeah, they don't
all
want you
that
to
bullshit.
profit from it.
Yeah, so
Very neat, man. That's eye opening for me right there. I'd like to, like I said, as you come across people, I'm looking for somebody who I could talk to that can create characters, that can create an environment. I'm looking for those kind of people. I think that's a
Yeah.
great way to do it. So
Well,
as you stumble across these people, keep me in mind, push them my way, or get me in touch with them one way or the other, so I can start figuring out how to move forward.
maybe what we should do is have a separate like Zoom meeting, you and I,
Yeah.
and we could put together like a game plan
Yeah.
on on what you want to do and how you want to do it. Because this is some cool shit, man. This is a whole new world, and this is where a whole new world of content. Like all this is content. These are video games. These are little movies. These are just little hangouts. A lot of these are just like little environment, and you could see the prices on these too. Like this is $25, 25, 20, $30, 24. So there's money to be made. This is $39. This is the Walking Dead game. It looks like it's all like Saints and Sinners or whatever. This is a shooting game. So you're paying $39 and you go in there and you're just shooting zombies all day long.
No, we can't see you. We can't see it. All we see is it's gone.
Oh, hold on. I got to bring it back. Here, let me see what I got to do. Where did it go? I think I disconnected the cast when I tried to go into that one spot.
Very cool, man. That is really cool.
Yeah.
There is a thing with this sort of stuff, though, that you need what you need is, a strong CPU, a strong GPU, and a lot of memory and stuff like that to run a lot of this stuff. It has hardware requirements and that kind of thing too, especially if you get into the higher end games.
Yeah, my computer's a pretty high-powered gaming computer. Anyway, my daughter said, "I'll get a gaming computer," and I figured it was strong enough to do anything, so I got it. But she doesn't ever use it anyway, so
yeah,
I got it.
Okay, I just got it back.
That's neat.
I'm gonna put just this on it. Okay, so now you don't see my whole desktop. You only just see my
the one screen.
My one screen. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, so yeah. You got my avatar. This is this is all the stores. Just let me pull this down a little bit so you can kind of see that. So you can shop for all this content in here. What I was saying earlier, Warren, was people are building their movies or their games or whatever. So like your thing could actually be a game as well. So the first thing could be a movie, which tells your story, and then your music. And then there's a game component, and it could be something as simple as like, driving or flying or shooting zombies or whatever.
Kimbrough, I'm gonna have to leave. I gotta go get some dinner and be ready for Big Wheezy and all that.
Okay, no worries. So I'll see you for Big Wheezy.
Okay, I'll see you then. So bye.
You got boxing games, you got like, space travel, zombie, you got like workout videos, you got,
You got a whole existence in there.
flying with drag, you got everything. Like you could literally be lost in here for months. And it's just like, so not only do I want to create like, you know, my stand-up comedy shows in the live event rooms, which they don't let me to cast this, where I can have tickets. You know, you buy a ticket to come into my comedy club and then watch me and my comedians do stand-up.
Yeah.
But I also want to make like full-on, you know, narrative films, and I also want to do documentary films in here. And then each one of those properties can have its own game. So I can also develop a game that's also attached to whatever the story that I tell in this thing.
Neat.
So I really want to like make the commitment to be in this thing for the long haul. This is a cooking show, you know, cookout. And like, if you think of it, you can do it, you know. V-Tunes, this is, you know, all about like this is free. So if I click on this, let's see what this is. Okay, so this is a social app. All right, so that basically was a social app. So
Like you can get in and you can meet people on a cliff somewhere with a fire playing.
Yeah. So you pick your environment, so where people are meeting, and of course you want to hang out with the outdoorsy type mountain people. Then there's going to be a campfire outside on a mountain. You want to do like a beach with the Corona.
Yeah.
Then it's like a beach thing. But see, these are the things that I go into to meet people, to invite them to my comedy club. Nice. So the people that I met on this, let's see, where was it? Okay, see, here's all your social chats. Like each one of these is somebody's in there chatting right now. And you can go in, depending on what these are, and just go in and just start talking to people.
And when you go through it, it just gives you like the name of something that you might not know what it is, but some of it's got to tell you what the topic is. Right?
Yeah, some of it is. Some of it is like, you know, there is like really good groups. Like the group I went in today was basically like RV developers. So every single person in there was a gamer, code writer, designer, developer of some sort. And that was cool as shit.
Awesome. So this whole time, all you and I really have talked about is racism and stuff. So I'd like to show you a little bit of my music. Can I show you some of my music?
I would love to.
All right, good. So check it out.
Is it like is it on a website, or is it?
No, I could do that, but maybe I could can I just share host disabled? Can you open that up so I can share a screen?
Yeah, I can.
Know if I can share the screen.
Well, if you give me a URL, I can go to. I can look at it right in here.
All right. Yeah.
Or a website.
All right. Yeah. All right. So go to YouTube and search.
This is my YouTube. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Go into YouTube and search War. The letter N. Blues. And search down, and I'll tell you which one I want you to see. All right, so scroll down until you see it says Beneath the Sun, and it's at the bitter end.
Right there?
Yeah, play that one. So I'll tell you a story about the song before you listen to it, right? Hold on. So
okay, you want to tell me a story about it before we listen to it?
Yeah. The song is my nephew was afflicted with a terrible disease, and we got the diagnosis, right? So I called him up and I said, hey, Anthony, let's go out and take a cruise around, right? He likes to smoke some weed. We drove around, smoked doob. And when I dropped him off, I said, Anthony, 2 o'clock in the morning when you can't sleep. What are you thinking about? And he looked at me and he said, I'm thinking that I ain't no different than anyone. And then I watched him walk into the house and I crept my car up behind the bushes and I wrote I wrote the poetry, the lyrics of the song with his words, I ain't no different than anyone. So go ahead and play.
Cool.
So it's at the bitter end on Bleecker, right?
Just one more soul on a cross, tied beneath the sun, tied beneath the sun. And now that my dreams weigh down to one, and I hang here from this mortal cross, and I find peace in every setting sun. 'Cause when I see it rise, I know this battle has just begun. I know this battle has just begun. Draw my sword and face this mortal vice. I'm a soldier of love, I ain't no sacrifice. I'm a fight to the end. And now that my dreams weigh down to one, I ain't no different than anyone. I'm just one more soul on the cross, tied beneath the sun. Yeah, tied beneath the sun. And now that my dreams weigh down to one, I ain't no different than anyone. We've all been nailed to the cross and tied beneath the sun. Yeah, and tied beneath the sun. And tied beneath the sun. Tied beneath the sun. Tied beneath the sun.
That was awesome, man.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that was real cool.
I sent you another one, something more up to date on your email. Yeah, so that's very interesting. You know, I'm glad that I got on this because that might be the way for me to move my story idea forward. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's super cool, and I got to be honest with you. There's not a lot of flags in the dirt right now, man.
Yeah.
So the ones who get their flag in the dirt early in the game are the ones who get to
Yeah, you can make some money, right?
Can make some money and be well. You saw the prices of those, and nobody is There's no sticker shock in this world.
Yeah, yeah.
So, some of those games were like $25, $30, $40, and you go into them and they're super simple. They're very entertaining. The music and stuff is good. And, yeah, it's just one of those things where, the time is right. The whole, kind of stall in this whole world is the resolution wasn't real clean and wasn't real good, and there was a lot of latency, and it wasn't real fast, and it strobed, and it froze, and it buffered, and it locked. But now they've worked out a lot of that technology to where you feel like you really are in the real world, and the details in all the environments is so crystal clear and fast. And even the animated worlds that you create, you can tell that it's a little bit blocky, but the fact that you have 360 degrees around them is what makes it really cool. And depending on the artist that you hire to actually draw the stuff,
it's got to be artistic. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be artistic. The one drawing with the vampire.
With the vampire, victim, that was very artistic.
Yeah, very artistic. It doesn't have to be like down to perfection like it's real life. It's got to have emotion to it. It's got to have an artistic value.
Yeah, and it's only going to get better. Like there's still room to grow in this world. And lots of room to grow, because even the programs and the technology that they're using to create the characters, the backgrounds, the sets, even that's getting
better. Like by the week, it's probably getting better. There's somebody out doing the next level every month.
Yeah. Well, Facebook bought the platform, so they've got more money than. They got billions of dollars to throw at this stuff.
Neat.
So, that's one of the things that I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to bite the bullet, get into it. And I've been already doing a virtual comedy club, and, you can buy tickets online, you can watch a virtual show. And then, with the intentions of getting into this world, I just wasn't quite ready yet to dive in. But since the pandemic,
got a friend, Frank Wood, he's like a producer in the city. He's like a band promoter and stuff. And like 3 weeks ago, somebody sent me an invite. He was doing a show all online, right? Him and his band went and set up in this club in the city, and they played to nobody there, but everybody bought tickets. I bought 2 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even watch the show that night. I couldn't even watch the show, but you go in, support the band. You come in, buy the ticket. You sit at home, you drink a couple of beers, and you watch. Listen to this guy play guitar, Steve. Wait till you hear this guy play guitar. Stick it over here so I can see it.
Stand by.
This was 2 years ago now, a year and a half away. Listen to this guy.
And in the moments just before dawn, I start reflecting on all my sins. And the road I've traveled, it's been much too long. and in my head, I hear my demons closing in. And I always knew I'd die young. And in my hour of darkness, I realized I've lived my whole life on the road. I've lived my whole life on the road.
Is that a 6-string bass you got?
Yeah.
I got a 5-string.
And with my soul in my hand, I lay down my burdens and I'll take my last stand on the road. I'll take my last stand on the road.
This is badass, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I want to use this for my podcast, for my opening of my show, man.
Yeah, do it.
And somehow I knew I'd die young. And as my sword falls from my hand, I realize I've lived my whole life on the run.
Yeah, Warren Blues, baby.
That's awesome, baby. Yeah. I likes how you get down, man.
Oh,
Like
thank
I
you.
taught, you know what? I totally would like, try to learn the bass on this
Uh-huh.
and then like get in my virtual reality world because I can put myself in this set with I could put that video. Oh, hold on. Let me just get back to where we were real quick.
Dude,
Here-
I could just have you fucking record on a track. You know?
Here's what I can do, man. Here's what I can do. This is like you just inspired me, man, for some badass shit. All right. Okay. Where am I here? Sometimes you get lost in this technology, bro.
I hear that.
Let's see. I think I want that one. I want that. I want this. Okay. All right. So let me just do this. Put this up here. Can you still see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's my hands? All right. So what I could do
Okay, give me one of your songs.
Like what?
What was it? War and Blue.
Yeah, War and Blues. War. Don't spell it out. Use that little and sign.